first thing you want to do is make sure that you are sanding that wood to create that porous base for it. A big rule is, yes, make sure you have a porous base. You want to make sure that your wood is able to accept the stain that you're about to put on it. Best way to do that is definitely by sanding it down. I honestly don't think there's any method to the madness in terms of like direction that she's sanding it, but I definitely should look that up and give you better instructions. Next on this list is gonna add the stain, showing the stain that I'm using right now. Got it from Michael's. It was on clearance. So you want to make sure that you're applying the stain with either like a bristle brush, a foam brush. I'm using just a washcloth that I had lying around, something that won't absorb the stain so fast, but it helps you pretty much be able to spread it on the wood evenly. That's what you definitely just want to use. An old rag is also something that I've used before as well when it comes to staining the wood. Tip also is to make sure that you're staining with the grain, which is pretty much in the direction that the grain is going, just to make sure that the stain is sitting well on the wood. And you just definitely want to make sure that you're blending it in throughout your piece. This next step is very important to just the quality of your work. You want to make sure you're sealing your piece. So I'm using a polyacrylic that I got from Home Depot. I've had this for a while. It's pretty good size, decently priced, and what I'm going to be doing is just pretty much applying it to my wood now that it's dried. And then I'm going to give it about an hour to just completely dry before I start putting my decals on it. If you want to let it dry longer, that's completely up to you. I'm going to use just a simple brush and glaze it on, as you guys can see. You just want to make sure that it is evenly distributed and that there's no like, not puddles, but that there's no like one particular portion that's not evenly distributed. You don't want like a goop on it, for example. So after that, I'm going to give it about 1 hour to dry. Alright, this next portion is all about the decal that's going on it. So what I'm going to be doing is, I already designed it. It's the hardest part, honestly, when it comes to putting any type of graphic on your projects. Got to make sure you design it so then you can easily cut it. So I'm setting up my Cricut right now. I'm putting some of the textured vinyl. It's going to be the wording, and I'm also going to be using some HTV. So let me get that situated, get my machine cutting so we can start making the sign. So now we're at the part where we're actually going to be applying vinyl to the wood. So I mentioned earlier that I was using HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl, so this is what I'm using on the edges. So in order to properly do that, I have to make sure there's some parchment paper over it, and I'm using my mini press to complete my little detailings with that HTV. The rest of the sign is actually going to be with regular vinyl, so I'll walk you guys through that as well. Alright, I have my corner graphics down with HTV, so now I'm about to go into applying my textured vinyl. So this process is pretty simple. You're using your transfer tape to take the vinyl off of the sheets and to transfer it onto the board. But before anything, you need to make sure you're marking your spaces and positioning. Trust me, it's very important. I'm using just simply a piece of chalk because it's something that easily comes off to mark my lines. I personally always end up making things Cricut because I look at things from the side. So you definitely want to position your decal before you even apply it, just to make sure it's centered and that it looks good, because you're putting in all that effort. Something that I definitely should have mentioned earlier was paying attention to what happens. So it's supposed to say give it to God, and I was just like being a little speed devil, and I put the wrong words in the wrong spaces, and I didn't realize it because I was in a groove. I was over here just placing the vinyl, and then that's when it occurred to me, wait, that I made a mistake. So easy fix, but definitely want to make sure that you are paying attention to how you're placing your wordings, just in case you're breaking it up like I did, just to avoid moments like this. So I'm pretty much wrapping this up right now. I've gone through most of the wording for this sign. I'm just putting the last few bits. You do still see my chalk lining, which is totally fine. Afterwards, I'll just go back with a little wet piece of paper or a baby wipe or something just to wipe it off. Or you can just use a little cloth. It doesn't need to be moist, just to make sure that that lining doesn't stay on it. But I'm almost wrapped up. Let's see what that final reveal is. This has inspired you all to create some of your original signs. Please share in the comments, subscribe, and share. Excited to see.